I don't have the mental capacity to take care of like my nice things. So hey there, my handsome and pretty little Cobras, and welcome back to the Cobras nest. For those of you who are new, my name is Mignon Cobra and I make minimalism videos. So today's minimalism video is going to be 4 minimalism rules that I didn't really like before, or I feel like I didn't really understand, but I feel like I have a much better understanding now as a working adult as I did when I was like just a university student practicing minimalism. So without further ado, let's just get this video. Let's get it, let's go. Woo. Okay, so number 1, the duplicate rule. If you guys have been a follower of my channel for some period of time, you guys know that the duplicate rule was one of those rules that I wasn't that crazy about, and I did mention that I decluttered out of my minimalism. I just felt it was very restrictive. I like to have duplicates, but one of the interesting things that I have found now that I'm a working adult and I work like 10 hours a day sometimes is just that my mental capacity isn't really there to handle duplicates. I really don't want to think about which mouse I want to use or which keyboard or what shirt I want to pick. I find myself grabbing the same things over and over again. So I kind of see the functionality behind this, which I think maybe before I never really did. Okay, and number 2, cleaning clutter. I think that I've mentioned in some of my videos, I was a lot more comfortable with clutter in this recent minimalism break. But honestly, since my hours have upped and I've just become so busy with working, I really don't even have time to clean. And I find myself really annoyed with my own clutter. So I think that that's just something that's kind of interesting to see that progression of like, even me in my own minimalism journey, how I grow and I change. Just seeing that, I think that I kind of understand now why a lot of, older minimalists are very bent on the fact that, clutter, it gets in the way, it's time wasted cleaning. Don't get me wrong, like I used to think, and sometimes I do think that cleaning can be therapeutic, but when you work a lot more, it's like not quite the same, or I don't find cleaning as enjoyable as I did. Sometimes I just want to be brain dead, and then like I want to be in a clean environment too. So minimalism is the hack to that. Less cleaning, but you're still in a clean environment. Okay, number 3, brandless clothing. And I don't really know how to pinpoint or explain this, but I would say it more from like a visual aesthetic. Sometimes I find like branding really annoying on my clothes. And I don't know if it's like a work thing or just I've gotten older or whatever it is. I find the branding to be very irksome. I recently did a mini declutter and I had one shirt that had like writing on the front. And I realized that I've been holding onto this shirt for about 2 years and I have never worn it because I didn't like the writing on the front. I find branding to be really annoying. I'll even be honest, sometimes I even find the Champion logo recently kind of annoying. That was a minimalism rule that I felt like was not for me. I do like having branding on my clothes, but recently I have found it to be very annoying. So maybe I'm just going through a phase. I don't know how to explain it, but I thought I'd share that with you guys because I'm on my own minimalism journey and I'm always growing and changing. So I figured, you know what, like let's share that. And the last thing is number 4, fancy clothing. These are obviously not like minimalism Bible rules. These are just general guidelines. But one of the minimalism tips that I had heard in the past is a lot of minimalists don't wear or have fancy clothing. There are those that do have the less but better, but it's common in the minimalism community to not have fancy clothes because they require a lot of upkeep. They're easily ruined, especially if the only clothes that you wear. And I definitely agree with that. Recently, since I've become really busy working, I find myself really annoyed with my fancy clothes. Like if a stain gets on it, I swear, and then I have to go clean it, get the stain out, and it's like I don't have the mental capacity to take care of like my nice things. So recently I've been wearing a lot more of like my rattier clothes, my like beat shirt, like my beat pants, like I'm just wearing flip-flops. Like work has definitely changed my priorities and my perspectives. I just don't have the same mental capacity that I did before when I worked a lot less. I think you guys know that last year I worked a lot less because of, that was just the minimalism journey that I was in. Recently though, I've been so busy with work that I find my fancy clothes to be really annoying and I don't wear them as much. I find that I just don't reach for them. And if I do, it's really annoying. So a lot of my fancier clothes have been getting a lot less cost per wear, which I think is really interesting because that's kind of contrary to my minimalism beliefs. I've always been a firm believer that you should have less, but you should have better. And recently I've just been like, I just don't have the mental capacity to take care of nice things. So nice things for me, I think it's going to kind of be on the back burner. I think I'm going to go for a more like frugal, stoic aesthetic just because like work-wise, it just pairs a lot better with my lifestyle. I just don't want to be thinking about like what I'm wearing while I'm busy dealing with work. So if you enjoyed this little video, give it a thumbs up, a like, and a subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.